us through the rhythm of the music business with your host, Jackie Bertoni.
Never was much for a master plan, but I had to find me a brand new band or something, Billy had an old hat ton, said she ain't pretty, but she sure can run. I'll take you along if you need some fun or something. Played my favorite song. Thunderclap, you don't know what you got until it's gone. Blame it on the radio, 'cause I would never have come back if it wasn't for that track. You can blame it on the radio. As the sun began to sink, almost.
Yeah, everybody. Welcome to Jackie's Groove. This is Jackie Bertoni. It is Monday, July the 11th. It's a beautiful day in Southern California. What's even more beautiful is this female that I have coming on my show today. I got to tell you guys, I've been blessed to work with the best of the country entertainers out there. And this beautiful girl was brought to me by a dear friend of mine I've known for, I hate to say it, 30 years. Dirk Yarborough. So, Dirk, thank you very much. And I'm also going to point my finger at you and blame you because I got to be honest with you. Kind of obsessing about this album. It's got a great feel to it. It's kind of got a country rock feel, pop feel. Actually coined California country Americana. We'll talk more about that and what that means in the genre of country music. So, you guys, with that said, I want everybody to welcome with open arms and open ears to my in-studio guest today, the beautiful, the lovely, the talented, the rockin' Shannon Rae. Shannon, welcome to Jackie's Groove, sweetheart.
Jackie, it is so good to be here.
Man, you know what?
Good.
I got to tell you, I'm loving the album. I mean, literally kind of like overdosed on it the last 24 hours to get myself in that rock.
Digging in, huh?
Yeah, I'm digging deep on it and really, really having a good time with it. So, girl, we're going to do, I'm sure you've done a plethora. In fact, I know you've done one of the other interviews on our network. We're a little bit different here. We like to keep it real. I'm all about promotion. Okay. And I got a great listening audience that wants to know all about Shannon Rae. And so with that said, let's just kind of cut right to the cookie cutter interviews. But I have to ask the quintessential questions. Where were you born and raised? And did you ever grow up?
Did I ever grow up? I'm never going to grow up.
Good girl.
I was born and raised in Long Beach, California. I'm a California girl.
Yes.
Yeah. California girl, born and raised, never have left. I mean, I've traveled a lot, but California is where my heart is. And I love it here.
There's a reason for us paying the higher prices out here. There's obviously a good reason for that.
Indeed.
But being in a California situation, the shell of California, there is a cross section of all different style of music that's out there. And with that said, was country or Americana country rock? Was it always your flavor? What were your inspirations growing up musically?
My biggest inspiration is Linda Ronstadt, of course, because my parents divorced when I was young, and that was my first album that I ever bought was Linda Ronstadt's Greatest Hits. And also my sisters were quite a bit older than me, and they had Eagles, right. And it's all that same flavor, and I just loved to sing, and so I would play that record and sing it over and over, and to anybody who would listen, and just she's kind of country rock,
Yeah, in growing up with your older sisters and so on, and growing up in the house, even before the divorce, as a family, was it a musical family? Did you always have music kind of?
No, I'm not one of those people that have they didn't put me in music classes. They didn't push me. It was all me, just all me, and wanting to sing, and just had that musical bug in me. I mean, I wasn't blessed with having those parents that said, "Hey, you're going to take piano lessons for 15 years."
But I don't know if that's also a blessing.
I wish that.
I say so many times to people, especially young musicians, and the parents alike, I say never force a musical instrument onto your child. Let a child discover what they want to do. Nothing worse than putting somebody behind a keyboard that was meant to have a saxophone in the hand and so on. I said, and you can have all the greatest aspirations for your children and stuff, but if you don't have music, the musical gene in your body, rehearsal after rehearsal and practice after practice is not going to bring that to you. So you have to.
And then they're miserable. So
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, part of me wishes that, they had put me in some music classes to learn to read music,
right.
learn, something. But you know what? I found that has not handicapped me at all. I mean, people say, "Oh, you should learn now," and I'm like, "Well, you know what? I'm doing fine." I hear melodies and lyrics in my head, and I write the songs and have people pick them out for me, and it works. I love it.
I don't read a stitch of music or write a stitch of music myself, and it was a little bit of a handicap in my earlier career because a lot of concert masters and people, film scores, don't want to hire a non-sight reader. But you know what? As you get older in this industry, they realize that your talent, supersedes the handicap of not reading or writing.
Well, you are inspiring me even more now.
Well, that's
because you are so good.
Well, you know what? I've been blessed. It's to bust ass, but this is not about Jackie. This is about Shannon today.
Yes. Yeah.
And I want
thank you.
Does Shannon play any other instrument other than her voice?
I do not. Tambourine.
Okay,
Kazoo.
Let me check that out. Yeah, the quintessential tambourine girl. Like every girl sang in every local club when they sang "Brown Eyed Girl," the first thing they picked up was a tambourine to play along with. Oh gosh. So, do we have we have a little offspring you want to talk about?
And do I have offspring?
Yes.
Yes, I have a daughter who's 8.
Does she understand what Mama does?
Yes, she does. She's very supportive, and she loves to sing my songs and wants to be part of it, and I love it. But I like you were talking about, like, I don't push her to do piano lessons, But right. I'm like, why would I torture her? I did it for a year, and she said, I don't like this. So, but she loves to sing and play tambourine, so I'm like, be like your mama. Godspeed,
girl.
Yeah.
And so you mentioned Linda Ronstadt a couple minutes ago. Any other musical influences that were blasting through your speakers?
Oh God, I had to use all the albums that we had. So we had Elvis Presley, huge on Elvis Presley. I love Elvis. And you remember The Fifth Dimension? We had The Fifth Dimension. Oh my God, Bill, I love you so. I mean, how many times did I make people listen to me sing that song?
That was my mom's, that and Up and Away. I mean, it's like you had to kind of go through that itself. When you talk about, what a stretch between Linda Ronstadt and The Fifth Dimension.
My parents had a plethora of an eclectic mix, quite an eclectic mix,
Yeah, and as I said before too, Shannon, I grew up, I'm half Italian, half Armenian, my mom being Armenian, but second generation, born and raised in California, daddy, Italian, Sicilian, born and raised in New York. But we grew up listening to salsa music, cumbia, Latin, and that's what inlaid my love of percussion. As I always say, growing up, I used to play with Santana on a regular basis until the needle broke, and so
you're talking about, like, I do not pigeonhole myself into any one genre. I mean, I love to sing country rock. That is what I think my voice is tailored for. But as far as music, I am a metal girl. I grew up with Motley Crue. I was a huge Crue fan back in the day, and Cinderella. And even Stryper. I mean, Michael Sweet has one of the greatest voices out there. He is amazing. I've seen them so many times, I can't even tell you, just because I love to hear him in their harmonies. It's amazing.
I used to hang out with Tracy Guns all the time from the old group called LA Guns, if you remember them. It was the most
I do. I mean, I was an underage at the Whiskey at the Motley Crue concert, and got invited up to the old apartment there and got kicked out for being underage. So that was a good time.
But the benefit of you growing up, I'm going to patronize you for a second. You're a gorgeous woman. I mean, that's a given. And we'll talk more about your modeling career, your actual modeling career. A lot of people say that there are models, but a lot of people don't have the nerve to even admit that they got lucky. And I'm just looking at some of your old pictures, and my goodness, what a smile on my face. So. So we've got 4 segments of 12 minutes each, 3-minute commercial breaks.
Sounds good.
If I interrupt you at all, it's only because the red flashing buzzer is going there, and it's not a self-destruct button, but I don't want to interrupt you, and we'll pick it up when we come back on the second segment. So we've got 2 minutes left on this segment, so we've got plenty of room to talk on that. You know what? I'm excited about this your record release party, in which we're going to talk in depth about this at one of my favorite venues called St. Rock.
That's a great venue.
I played there many times. Great food and so on. I think you couldn't have picked a better place to debut your new stuff. And I want to get more in depth of what is going to be involved in that show. I understand it's a record release, but are we going to see an actual Shannon Rae concert?
I mean, it's a concert party, and I'm going to play. I'm actually going to play 10 songs from this album and 2 songs from the next one we're working on. How about that?
Well, that's so smart because again, in this business, you can't rely on what is out there and what's going to hit and what may or may not be successful. So you have to have something, on the back burner, simmering.
That's right. That's right. We were, when you've been working on it a long time and you've been playing the same songs, you're like, I want to hear something new.
And I want to
nobody else has heard it, but we're ready to play it.
Sure. And I want to talk about you as an emerging artist itself and how much control and why are you doing this on your own versus a major label at first, and seeing how much control you can keep on this album and how controllable and control you are with your musicians and so on.
Yeah. Well, I'm a girl who knows what she wants. So.
Well, and that's good. It's your music. Your name is on the marquee, not theirs. And
that's right.
And so we have to respect that who the boss is, regardless if she is filled with testosterone or estrogen. So, you credit's given where credit's due. So when we pick it up on the next segment, young lady, we're going to go and we're going to talk more in depth about Shannon Rae. We're going to talk about her album, and we're going to talk about what it's going to take to get that album, where to get that album, and where to hear Shannon live. So we've got 3 more segments coming up. You guys don't want to go anywhere. Again, this is Jackie Bertoni. You're tuned into Jackie's Groove, brought to you by the Intertalk Radio Network. We are your music insider, and a lot of other people call it the music groove. And the bottom line is we're doing things that nobody else is doing in this industry. So we're proud of it, and we're happy, and the numbers are growing because of guests like I have right now in my studio, the lovely and talented Shannon Rae, former model, and also former Miss Long Beach. How cool is that? We'll talk more about that. So, guys, don't go anywhere. Coming up on segment number 2 with my in-studio guest, Shannon Rae. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to record on a Grammy award-winning album? Have you ever wondered what it's like to play in front of a stadium crowd? Have you ever wondered what it's like to be on a world tour? I'm Jackie Bertoni, and I've played with the who's who in the music industry, and I've toured the world. Come join my world, behind the velvet rope, and get into the groove on Jackie's Groove. Live 2 p.m. Mondays and available 24/7 on jackiesgroove.com.
Which sandwich is healthy and tasty? Which sandwich can come on bread or in a bowl? Which sandwich comes 51 different ways, so it's always your way? A which sandwich. Stop into our shop in Hazard Center. We're upstairs from the Hazard Center Digiplex. Bring in your movie ticket. We will add a free drink and chips to your sandwich order. Or order online at which.com, and we will have it ready and waiting. WHICH, which.com.
Hi, I'm Tim Dolbear, the host of Sound Experience on Intertalk Radio. Each week, I talk with top professional audio engineers, producers, musicians, and the manufacturers that make the tools that we use in the studio each and every day. From capturing the perfect take to mastering your final release, and the tools and how the pros use them, we are going to dive deep into their process and learn from their experience. I look forward to you joining us each week on Sound Experience with me, your host, Tim Dolbear.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page. mozeguitars.com, 619-698-1185.
Hi, this is Tim Dolbear, host of Sound Experience here on Intertalk Radio. And Source Connect by Source Element is the essential tool that we use to link between my studio in Austin, Texas, and the WS radio station in San Diego. Now, with Source Connect, not only can we communicate in real time and with HD audio, but it's synced up and is of a high enough quality that I can use it for real-time ADR work, remote recording, and overdubbing, and it even allows me to remotely control a DAW. Source Connect by Source Element, affordable, high-quality audio and video connection over the internet for all of your production needs.
rhythm of the music business with your host, Jackie Bertoni.
Here in the corner, drinking to my health. It's kind of funny. One for the money, two for the road. When you walk in 3 sheets and ready to roll. You ain't much for talking. Well, you're packing some heat, yeah. Well, I was born for walking. Don't even think you'll knock me off of my feet. You don't need to come in here with both guns blazing. Double barrels in your boots and hats. I don't need a hero in a white straight jacket. I'm never ever going out like that. Hey!
Everybody, welcome back. This is Jackie Bertoni. You're tuned in to Jackie's Groove, brought to you by the Intertalk Radio Network. Hey, guys, do yourselves a favor and go on to either iTunes or Google Play for Android and or for the iPhone and download our easy-to-use application so you can take us on the go with you whenever you can't listen to us live. And those 2 words you want to follow up on are Intertalk the first, Radio the second. It's an easy and informative and very easy to navigate application, so you can take Jackie along with you. And why wouldn't you want to take me along with you? So with that said, guys, welcome back to segment number 2 with my in-studio guest, country rocker. This girl is she's got it going on. And we're going to find out what it takes to get things going on with Shannon. And I'm going to pick it right back up. So everybody, welcome back, Shannon Rae.
Hello there.
Hey, girl, let me ask you a question with regards to being the musician that I am. In the tracks that I'm hearing right now on this current album, are you using session guys and or are you using the same band that you play live with?
Yeah, we have, a couple of them are the ones the guitar player plays with us. We have 3 guitars players in our band right now. We have a female and two guys. We have
Cool.
Sissy Giglio and Ted Mentry and Rick Galliano. But Bruce Lawrence played on the album, and he plays sometimes, but he's a busy guy. He's a session guy, and he's in a lot of bands. So he'll be playing with us down the line, and he rehearsed with us this last month. But he is awesome. He's really good. And our drummer is a drummer, bass player. Yep, all of them.
Shannon, what motivates you to sit behind that pen and paper, or just in your humming on a voice memo of the songs? What drives you to write a country rock song? I'm not really sure if you're really into more of that of country ballads and so on, but what is your process to sit down and write?
Yeah. No, I usually, I come about, like, I always come with the chorus first. For me, it's always the chorus. I usually think about the lyrics first, and then it kind of starts evolving into the melody.
Right.
And then I get that down, and then I work with my producer, David Polich, and he is he's an amazing songwriter. His wife calls me his muse because since he and I have started working together about almost 2 years ago,
Cool.
He's just on fire. He's like shooting songs to me like every other day. But that last song that you played, Both Guns Blazing, I wrote a song called Both Guns Blazing, and I gave it to him, and we live 90 miles apart. So I give him stuff, and then he gives me stuff, and then he regurgitates it into something else. And that song was actually written about a guy. When we were playing a gig, there was a guy that just would come to every gig, and he would just not give up, coming in with both guns blazing. He was crack up. And so most of it's written from life experience, like most of us. So
do you find yourself, again, I'm happily married, you're happily married, but do you find yourself inspired to write songs after maybe the quintessential argument? Does that motivate you like a lot of singers do?
Arguments, and I'm pretty happily married, but a couple of people that I know, a couple of musicians in particular, have had some really bad relationships, and I listen to those people, and that inspires me. I've written a few songs on their account, and when they hear them, they go, huh.
and I say that because I'm currently in a session right now from a dear friend of mine that should be divorced, and I won't mention any names right now. They're just and when he called up and said, hey man, we're having some hard times, and I go, oh Lord, I said, should I get ready and get back in the studio? He goes, absolutely. So
Most songs are written from pain. Most of the great country songs are written from pain.
Sure.
Like on my album Break It Slow, I wrote that when I was in a lot of pain. And it's hard sometimes to write when you're happy, but I'm writing a few very happy songs right now. So
yeah, I've been blessed. I worked with two great country singers years ago. I worked on an album with the Beach Boys with Lori Morgan, which I'm still a friend. And she's
I love
amazing.
Lori Morgan.
Yeah, she did
There's
a great
song called
rendition.
5 Minutes that I love.
Yeah, she did a great song called remake of "Don't Worry, Baby" by the Beach Boys. She'll kill it. I'll send you that on a private link when we get off the air.
Yeah.
And also my good friend of mine, Dina Carter.
She's excellent too.
Yeah, who's known to walk around with no shoes on.
She just played at St. Rock. We were just talking about.
Yeah,
St. Rock,
absolutely.
And she was just there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love her line. You mean I shaved my legs for this? That was one of the greatest albums. So it was going back
I know
to
how she feels.
And speaking of here's a horrible segue. Speaking of primping, what does Shannon do to get herself ready? Is she the quintessential girl that spends hours in front of the mirror to get herself ready for the show, or are you pretty much all natural?
I don't think that I spend a lot. I mean, I do like makeup. Don't get me wrong, and I have an excellent makeup artist who I work with, Michelle Vanderhule. But I spend most of my time in the gym to keep looking good. So that's where I go. But I mean, I don't take too long. I mean, I don't get complaints.
No, absolutely.
I don't. I think that's a waste of time. You got to just put it on and go.
Life is too short, my friend.
Life is too short. You're right.
So let me ask you this question: when you go into the studio, again, do you go in there, and no pun intended, with two guns blazing? You're going in there to be a workhorse. Do you know exactly what you're looking at, or are you learning as you're moving along?
I know what I want to do, but Dave and I work together, and he sends me a scratch vocal, and I work on it a lot at home so that I'm prepared and ready to go.
Cool.
I like to be prepared. I'm not a control freak, but I definitely like to have it like I want it.
Well, again, it's got your name on it too. I mean, there's nothing worse than I always say. I don't need anybody's help to make my name messed up. I can do it all on my own.
That's right. That's right.
And that's a cool thing. Let's step back for a second. Do you remember what your first paying gig was? And I'm not talking about modeling. I'm talking about when you actually had the gumption to say, you know what, I'm going to give this music thing a try. I'm going to give it my best try. Where was that at? And do you remember what you made, or was it a pay to play?
Oh God, I didn't. My first few were a pay to play with just guest starring on, like guesting with some other bands. But I moved to Paso Robles for a little while, and I played in a country kind of band there, and I think we made $30 a night each.
That's pretty much what everybody's making right now. So that hasn't
exactly.
changed
Yeah, that's not too bad, is it?
It's sad because, I mean, anybody walking into the industry right now, I mean, what's so big right now, I have a lot of my friends are the huge entertainers. I won't be promoting them right now, but the fact is they're now doing not so much an album and not so much even an EP. They're backing it up, and the labels now are doing singles.
I know.
Which is kind of crazy.
Sad because I love listening to a whole collection that people, they use their imagination and they put it together. And,
sure.
I kind of miss we don't buy CDs as much but I love, the albums, the CDs, looking at the booklets and reading the lyrics and things like that. That's so sad that that's kind of gone by the wayside, and that this generation isn't getting that anymore.
And it's so true because, I mean, I remember, we're old enough to remember Tower Records, of course, and I remember Tuesday release days. I used to go down there and I used to not share with anybody, but I would raffle through the bins of the albums that I was on, and just to know that I was there and sitting back, and those days are long. But again, you know what? There's 38 Tower Records left in Japan, and there's always a chance of it to rekindle itself out here because it can't stay this way. And especially for the fact of the matter is, you're in a genre of music that is the most forgiving of the types of music. Again, to the country fans are diehards.
Yeah.
It takes one big hit, and you can have shit that follows up after that, but they're always going to lock. They're going to lock into
that
it.
One big hit.
Absolutely. I always love that people say, "Oh, that person was a one-hit wonder." Yeah, but they made over $40 million for being a one-hit wonder. So may we both be stricken with that kind of wealth, right?
Well, and you were talking. We were talking about. I'm with an indie label, Music Master Exchange, and they were kind of laughing at me because I designed an 8-page booklet for my CD because I wanted the lyrics in there. We worked hard on those lyrics. I want people to have them if they want.
Yeah, it's really not that much more to go from that of stepping out from a digipack. You got to have something that people can actually, again, as a musician, I love to look at an album that I'm out on and just going, hey, I know that brother. Hey, my brother's doing this. Hey, there's done this. It's very cool. And giving props to the makeup artist.
Give credit where credit is due.
Exactly
everyone.
Correct.
The photographer that, David Meese shot all these great pictures. I'm like, I want to spread them around. And we can do that on websites too. So it's
of
fine
course,
too,
but actually touching the tangible item is great. In fact, a lot of labels now on iTunes and Amazon and CD Baby, they're also giving you the liner notes now.
Yes, they are.
Which is so very cool. I mean,
which
it's
is
different
nice,
than it is, but it's not like holding the actual. Can you imagine having a Shannon Rae album coming out on vinyl? You really have to go that extra distance for the album artwork and so on.
I actually had someone request that on my website. They're like, 2 people actually said, hey, can I get it on vinyl?
And a lot of major labels are bringing back vinyl again too. And we're going to talk about that and how things are changing and how things are going to go and hopefully in full circle to what it is. And I want to talk about the new album that you're working on. I know we can touch lightly on it. I want to find out if it's a major departure from what we're listening to currently, and your motivations from that, and what's the timeline and when we're supposed to hopefully see that. Yeah. So we'll pick that up when we pick up on segment number 3. It's moving by at rocket speed, of course.
It is.
We need a little more time together, girl.
Yeah,
so with that said, guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to come back on segment number 3 with my in-studio guest, the lovely, the talented, the California country Americana. How's that? Say that 5 times fast. Singer, songwriter, all-around great girl. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back with Shannon Rae. And again, this is Jackie Bertoni. You're tuned to Jackie's Groove, brought to you by the Intertalk Radio Network. You guys, it's only going to get better and better and better from here. There's that music, which means we're going to step out of 2 into 3. Get yourself a glass of wine or get yourself a glass of water, but come back. More in store. Bye-bye now.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page. mozeguitars.com, 619-698-1185.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Hi, this is Tim Dolbear, host of Sound Experience here on Intertalk Radio. And Source Connect by Source Element is the essential tool that we use to link between my studio in Austin, Texas, and the WS radio station in San Diego. Now with Source Connect, not only can we communicate in real time and with HD audio, but it's synced up and is of a high enough quality that I can use it for real-time ADR work, remote recording, and overdubbing, and it even allows me to remotely control a DAW. Source Connect by Source Element, affordable, high-quality audio and video connection over the internet for all of your production needs.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to record on a Grammy award-winning album? Have you ever wondered what it's like to play in front of a stadium crowd? Have you ever wondered what it's like to be on a world tour? I'm Jackie Bertoni, and I've played with the who's who in the music industry, and I've toured the world. Come join my world, behind the velvet rope, and get into the groove on Jackie's Groove. Live 2 p.m. Mondays and available 24/7 on jackiesgroove.com.
Has your business been appified? Are you tired of doing marketing that doesn't deliver results? Mobile apps build loyalty and quality retention. Your app from UPG Mobile puts your business on their mind and at their fingertips. UPG Mobile will give you a custom app highlighting how you are unique, targeting your message, and improving your open rates. Appify your business and amplify your presence with your customers at upgmobilemarketinggroup.com.
Hi, I'm Tim Dolbear, the host of Sound Experience on Intertalk Radio. Each week, I talk with top professional audio engineers, producers, musicians, and the manufacturers that make the tools that we use in the studio each and every day. From capturing the perfect take to mastering your final release, and the tools and how the pros use them, we are going to dive deep into their process and learn from their experience. I look forward to you joining us each week on Sound Experience with me, your host, Tim Dolbear.
with us through the rhythm of the music business with your host, Jackie Bertoni.
Loving it, man. Loving it. Hey, guys. Jackie Bertoni, Jackie's Groove, Intertalk Radio Network, your music industry insider. Hey, guys, do yourselves a favor also and go on to intertalkradio.com and peruse the different shows that we have on the network. Shows for women in rock, shows for gearheads, shows for people who want to get more into the mixing and such. Too many shows to talk about. Again, do yourselves a favor and go on to intertalkradio.com and see what we have to offer. Definitely a plethora of entertainment, for the lack of a better word. And also, guys, we have to thank our sponsors, the people that keep this crazy ship afloat. And I want to take the time to say hello to one of our newest sponsors, a dear friend of mine, David and Kendra Lyons from Optimal Body Personal Fitness. Guys, they're the ones getting Jackie Bertoni back into shape. And we'll talk more about that on future shows. But I love you guys. You can reach them at optimalbodypf.com. For everything you want to know about nutrition, et cetera, et cetera. And all my boys over at Pitbull Audio, Calvin Lee and the Crazy Crew, where they just want you to play it loud. Please visit them at www.pitbullaudio.com. And also my friends at SIR, Studio Instrument Rentals. I'm sure Shannon knows about them. For backline and rehearsal studio needs, visit them at sir-usa.com. And three sponsors that I'm very, very biased to. Number one, my drumstick company for 20 years, Vader Percussion, at vater.com. And also two of our newest and strongest. Please welcome our guys from DW Drums. DW Drums, say that 3 times fast, and down Lombardi and John Good. And Eric Zimmerman, you guys, thank you for the belief in our shows and myself, and also LP Music Group at lpmusic.com, who I've going on 27 years with them. So, with that said, and 20 pounds later of losing it because of that workout, we're back with a girl who doesn't need to work out. My goodness gracious. Everybody, welcome back with open arms and open ears, Miss Shannon Rae. Shannon, hey, girl,
Yes.
we talked about this offline, and I don't like to do any pre-interviews, but, we always talk about, what motivates, what got you to it. But you understand, there are people like Bette Midler, people like Luther Vandross. All these people, they actually were doing other things than being the front runner of their own band. And we talked about, I know what you do on the way of a great Pat Benatar tribute. I never really understood tribute bands, because I always thought tributes were always to be made for people who passed away. But you know what? You can't see Pat Benatar every 2 minutes, or Neil Giraudo, her husband. And you kind of question the fact, does it take away from your talents? No, it actually adds to your talents, because you're being paid to keep your chops up. Talk about that group and the background of that, and where we can see that, if at all.
Yeah, this is a fantastic tribute to Pat Benatar called Crimes of Passion. And it's fronted by Sandra James, and she's an amazing vocalist. And she actually, you're talking about, we all just love to be in playing music. And she backs me up in my original project.
Very cool.
So, I love that. I call her my sister in song. So it's like we have this great Benatar tribute called Crimes of Passion. We make fantastic money, and they don't have to be dead to have a tribute.
Absolutely not.
And Pat Benatar was a huge inspiration for me. I know Crimes of Passion back, and from front to back, singing in my hairbrush when I was younger. And but anyway, in that band, I met David Pulich, who is the keyboard player in that band.
Cool.
And he and I were working together for like 2 years before we even talked about doing, because how some people go home after the gig and some people stay. He was like always, he always took off. He just wanted to play and be done. No partying for him. So, after 2 years, he found out that I liked country, and we just hit it off. And I'm blessed to be in this band for many reasons. So I love Crimes of Passion.
It's all about the hang. That's where you learn the most from people itself, is the, what their vibe is on stage. But it's kind of nice to know what's is behind them, and again, what motivates them.
Dave's a huge keyboard player. I mean, he's a keyboard tech for David Foster. He was actually got hired to do the Michael Jackson "This Is It" tour.
I love it.
And got the call that he had passed away when they were at rehearsal. So, I mean, he's worked with Fleetwood Mac, tons of big names. I mean, he's very talented and knows what he's doing. So but he's so creative, and he really sparks the creativity in me. When you find that right combination and mix of a partner in songwriting and music, I mean, it's just a beautiful combination for the two of us.
Fits like a hand in glove,
Yeah. I finally, you work with so many people over years, and I finally found that person that he and I just clicked. And
it's right.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And what's right? I touched on this in the last segment. I want to talk to you real quick about the new music. We'll kind of like to pepper around it here. Is it a huge departure from the current album itself, or is it going to be pretty much status quo?
I wouldn't say that it will. The one thing that I can say about Dave and I working together is that, like, especially if you listen to this current album, my debut, Shannon Rae, it's very eclectic mix. It's it's not just country, it's not just rock. Right. It's a combination. Each song has its own. I have a hard time picking my favorite song. I'm like, oh, what's your favorite song? I have a hard time because they're all so different. It's like having 14 children going, no, I like that one because of this or this. It's great. And then the new ones we're working on. The record label that I'm working with, Michael Vale Blum at Music Master Exchange. Mm-hmm. I started talking to him, and he goes, yeah, this one's good, but your next one will be even better. And I find that I love this album, but it's about evolution and us and Dave and I evolving as a songwriting team, and getting to know each other more. And then I've also had some life experiences recently that have made me want to really write. So I think it'll, this album is fantastic, but I do think that everybody gets better as they go. So
think about it, Shannon. It's pretty fucking cool what we do for a living, isn't it?
I can't imagine doing anything else.
Yeah.
I can't imagine doing anything else.
In the 30 years I've been in this industry itself, I was taught by mentors that are still very dear friends of mine, and those that have passed. And they said, you reached a pinnacle of playing is when you're listening to music and you're really enjoying the percussion and the background, and then you finally realize, hey, that's me playing. Mm-hmm. And so do you find yourself listening to it? And this is nothing ego involved. This is respect for yourself. When you're cruising down the highway and you're relaxing and you're listening to yourself, don't you catch yourself with a big grin on your face going, you know what? This is good.
It is. And I had so many rewarding videos sent to me of my friends' children singing the songs. Like they love it. And they send me videos of their kids singing the song. And I'm like going, wow, it's age. Every age likes the music, which I love. So I think that's great.
Shannon,
even little 8-year-olds.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a bucket list?
I do. Of course I do.
Let me break it up for a second itself. If you can catch yourself opening, let's not headline right now. Let's talk about opening. If you can catch yourself opening for any major act and only one act to choose, who would that be?
I think it would probably be Reba.
Really?
Reba, yeah, I love Reba. And I have 3 that are my 3 favorites: Reba McEntire, Trisha Yearwood, and Wynonna. But of course I wouldn't mind opening for Keith Urban. Come on.
It's that whole
Who doesn't
vibe.
want to look at that?
No, who doesn't? Please. Yeah. I mean, I'm straight, but if I was gay, that would be the guy. So
just saying.
But it's that whole vibe. It's that mutual respect. I had friends of mine that went out last year, and they opened up for Carrie Underwood for 2 weeks. And he would send me pictures from the stage, and I won't say who sent me pictures, of the shot of her thighs. And
doesn't she have the hottest legs?
Oh, girl, let me just tell you something. She would come backstage, and then she would meet the guys for a quick beer in the Prevost tour bus. And he said the best thing about not only being a fan of hers, not only supporting her show, but she's one of the dudes. She's one of the guys.
Well, I'm like that too. Give me a beer and a shot of Patron Silver, and we're in.
You read my mind. Just from the time that you and I have been talking, and then Dirk, of course, speaks the high heavens of you. We don't know each other that well, but I feel like I've known you.
I feel like I've known you forever now. But I want to tell you one more on my bucket list. This is my other bucket list thing is my bass player, Steve Zipper. He toured with a band. He was an original member of Toby Bow back in the day.
Nice.
And he played the Forum, but he played Madison Square Garden, and that's my goal is to open for a band at Madison Square Garden so I can take him back there.
Exactly.
Yeah. I want to take him back there.
Let's pick this up on this next segment, and this next segment. Let's promote you. Let's tell everybody how they can patronize you, how they can stalk you, how they can line your pockets.
Come love me up.
Yeah, absolutely. Bottom line. So you guys don't go anywhere. We're coming by. We needed more than an hour on this. I can tell you that right now. We may have to pick it up on another show.
I would love that.
So with that said, coming out of 3, going into 4, with my in-studio guest, this lovely, talented, and rocking girl by the name of Miss Shannon Rae. Shannon, don't go anywhere. Listeners, don't go anywhere. We're going to come back on segment number 4 with more information. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, I'm Tim Dolbear, the host of Sound Experience on Intertalk Radio. Each week, I talk with top professional audio engineers, producers, musicians, and the manufacturers that make the tools that we use in the studio each and every day. From capturing the perfect take to mastering your final release, and the tools and how the pros use them, we are going to dive deep into their process and learn from their experience. I look forward to you joining us each week on Sound Experience with me, your host, Tim Dolbear. Hi, this is Tim Dolbear, host of Sound Experience here on Intertalk Radio. And Source Connect by Source Element is the essential tool that we use to link between my studio in Austin, Texas, and the WS radio station in San Diego. Now, with Source Connect, not only can we communicate in real time and with HD audio, but it's synced up and is of a high enough quality that I can use it for real-time ADR work, remote recording, and overdubbing, and it even allows me to remotely control a DAW. Source Connect by Source Element, affordable, high-quality audio and video connection over the internet for all of your production needs.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, CEO and founder of VinVillage.com and the Wine and Dine Show on Vin Village Radio. Do you have a wine, event, product, or service to promote? Then contact VinVillage.com to reach thousands of wine lovers across the country. Vin Village connects like-minded wine enthusiasts with unique and exclusive wines, events, products, and services. To learn more, contact us on VinVillage.com. Vin Village is where wine lovers connect.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page. mozeguitars.com, 619-698-1185.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to record on a Grammy award-winning album? Have you ever wondered what it's like to play in front of a stadium crowd? Have you ever wondered what it's like to be on a world tour? I'm Jackie Bertoni, and I've played with the who's who in the music industry, and I've toured the world. Come join my world, behind the velvet rope, and get into the groove on Jackie's Groove. Live 2 p.m. Mondays and available 24/7 on jackiesgroove.com.
journey with us through the rhythm of the music business with your host, Jackie Bertoni.
Everybody, welcome back to segment number 4, Jackie Bertoni, Jackie's Groove, brought to you by the Intertalk Radio. You guys having fun? I know I'm having a great time with this girl. We're texting in between the conversation, talking about anecdotes and such and so on and so forth. But this next segment, last segment, believe it or not, let's talk about Shannon and everything about this girl and how we can get a hold of him. You know, and I have a little tradition that I've always been doing, and I've been doing since the day one, is that one of my best friends and actually the CEO of our corporation, Florentino Buenaventura, he comes on and kind of gives me a little bit of a break at the second hour. But you know what? I'm going to let his beautiful voice come in and talk to this other beautiful voice. So with that said, Florentino, say hi to Shannon, and Shannon, say hi to Florentino.
Hey,
Hello,
Shannon.
hello, Florentino.
How you doing?
Oh, that voice is silky.
Yeah, hey, what's going on, baby?
You know, you.
Get to the point, get to the point.
You're going on.
Hey, I'm making some time with this lady. What you talking about? No, I'm just joking here. How you doing, Shannon? You're sounding great. The tunes are awesome.
Thank you.
As the CEO of the company, I'm very blessed and honored that you've come on the network with us here and sharing all your tunes that you're going to be launching here next week. So you've got a big shindig happening on the 21st.
We do.
You know,
we do.
I know that we've been promoting that and working with it. You had the Girls Talk Rock with.
I love those girls.
Tracy and Beth. Oh yeah, they're amazing. They've been doing such a great job, and you had a lot of listeners on that show, and we definitely appreciate all that.
Big numbers.
Yeah. So tell us. How can people? I don't know if you covered this just yet, Jackie.
We have.
How do people get tickets for that, and then how do they get your album?
Oh, well, to get tickets, we have the so it's at St. Rock, and it's it's on my release party and concert. So first we have going on there at the concert, it's going to be Winchester. If anybody's familiar with Tenacious D, John Koneski and Mike Bray of Tenacious D have an acoustic duo, and they're awesome. Cool. And they're going to open the show for me from at 8 o'clock, and I'll go on at 9, and then we have Allison Hawkins after me.
I want the pick of destiny.
The pick of destiny. Well, you can get that from Steve Clayton Guitar Picks. They have it. So
Shannon, honey, do me a favor and spell St. Rock for the listeners, please. Also,
St. Rock. You can go to saintrock.com. SAINTROCKE.com, St. Rock. But you can also just go straight to my website at ShannonRae.com, and you can see on the homepage there's a get tickets link right on the homepage there.
Yeah, you better get them fast too, folks, because
we are getting close. We've sold a lot of tickets, so get your tickets today. So
this is one popular lady, and with some really incredible music.
Yeah, and you can get all the links to get my music on there as well on the music page. You can actually even order a CD if you would like an actual CD. You can order it there, but you can go to iTunes, Amazon, CD Baby, Spotify, everywhere for the music.
A CD? What's that? I don't know this technology.
I've actually sold quite a few, more than I thought that I would. I'm going to have to reorder.
Country music and Americana, people want that tangible, and
people like it.
They want tangible music and they want tangible product.
They do. So, you're right.
They want to be able to feel it in any way possible, and I think that's important. I love the fact that you you made that large booklet with all the lyrics. I haven't seen those in a while, so I think that was very cool, and I think it's going to be a fun event. And they can't get the CD just yet. You can, and you can't have ours, folks, because we got it a little bit earlier than you. But hey, that's one of the benefits.
Perks. Exactly.
There you go.
Being a radio network, we get a little bit of that fun love and stuff like that. And and speaking of that, I kind of want to give a shout out to all the different programs here. We've got Tim Dolbear coming up later on today. If you guys want to hear a 19-time Grammy-winning producer-engineer, he's going to be on Tim Dolbear's show today, right after, in a few hours, in about an hour, I guess. And then, of course, Jackie's coming back on Wednesday with Michael McDonald's wife, Amy. And
yes, you're in good hands. You're in good hands, girl. I mean, you're from all different segments of the industry itself, from the beginning part of the career, and to the people who have got these multiple Grammys. And it's it's all about the music, girl. It's all about, it doesn't matter who you are and how famous you are. We all started from the grassroots beginning. Mm-hmm. And we can never ever lose that, and we can never have a bad attitude, because you know what, the same people you step on are the same asses you're going to have to kiss on your way down. And I've learned that over and over again. Hey, girl, let me ask you a question. And Tino, you're still there, but I want to ask you a question. Does Shannon have a preference of microphone? I mean, are you using the house mic when you're up on stage, or do you bring your own out of curiosity? That was a question one of my friends asked.
I have a Shure wireless. I have a Shure wireless, and then I have and I love my in-ears from Ultimate Ears. Boy, I couldn't live without those. Those guitar players like to turn those amps up. Those in-ear monitors are the best.
Yeah,
and I'm glad you brought that up, because I always ask people too. Do you prefer wedges on stage? Are you the old school wedge lover, or are you an in-ear?
I prefer one. I like to have a wedge still, but because you just never know. You want to have that security of being able to hear yourself, but I like to have one ear in and one ear out, so that you can actually hear. You can get the dynamics. Even though my Ultimate Ears have the ports in them, I have the 3 ports, so it's like it's a great thing to have.
Hey, girl, be able to hear. Answer this question for me, being a musician. What don't you want to hear in your ears when you're performing?
I usually just hear myself, because with the ports in my in-ears, I can hear everything else.
Okay.
Or if I take, because then that way I can just control that volume. I mean, sometimes I like to hear a little bit of the kick drum, to keep the beat and stuff.
Right.
But I'm all about the percussion, Jackie. I'm all about the drums.
Good girl. Hey, and question: what does Shannon find herself doing for preparation before the day of the gig, or the night of the gig, or 5 minutes before the performance? Do you get to yourself? Are you a chatterbox? Are you one to eat? Have a cocktail?
I stay away from the caffeine and the dairy, but okay. I pretty much, I love to work out the morning of a gig, because I think it gets your blood flowing for the day.
Right.
But I don't ever stop talking. Is that wrong?
No, girl, please. Trust me, I've had interviews where I had to push that diesel up a Mount Vesuvius to get something out of everybody else. So when you talk, that's a good thing. And Shannon, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to promise myself and the network that you will consider coming back on the show when that new album, as we're going along here, and as we can get some progress on it, because I'm sure your listeners, I want to know every step of the way what's happening. I don't care if it's going to take the next
I'd love it. We're looking
couple months.
We're looking to put that out in the spring. So
the bottom line is, on Jackie's Groove, it's all about the real, and it's and that's the fun part about this. What musician doesn't want to talk about themselves, and on top of that, doesn't cost them a penny to do so.
Yeah.
And it's all about promotion. I mean, I love about social media. And speaking of social media, in the last 50 seconds, can we get a hold of you through social media?
Oh yeah, I'm on Facebook at Shannon Rae /singer. And then you can get me on Instagram and Twitter at the same address, Shannon Rae _OC, because I'm an Orange County girl.
And you guys, do yourselves a favor and please patronize her, because she's not doing this for her health. She's doing this because this is her passion.
It is.
And it's worth it. Just go above and beyond the look. She's a beautiful girl, but she's got an amazing, gorgeous voice to support that look. So with that said,
and great music to boot.
Great music to boot. Hey, everybody, thank you very much for tuning in today to Jackie Bertoni, Jackie's Groove, and my in-studio guest today, the lovely and talented Shannon. Shannon, I hope you had a damn good time here today.
I did. I look forward to seeing everybody at St. Rock on next Thursday, July 21st.
And I will send you the link to our interview once Paul archives it, and you can throw it about your social media. So it's all about promotion. You guys, say goodbye to Shannon Rae, everybody.
Love you, Paul.
Paul, you hear that? Paul, you there? I know you are. Guys, stay tuned for the shows upcoming, and stay tuned and come back on Wednesday when I'm interviewing Michael McDonald's wife, the amazing singer, Miss Amy Holland. Everybody, as I always say in closing, peace through music. Thank you, Shannon. All my love, girl.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to record on a Grammy award-winning album? Have you ever wondered what it's like to play in front of a stadium crowd? Have you ever wondered what it's like to be on a world tour? I'm Jackie Bertoni, and I've played with the who's who in the music industry, and I've toured the world. Come join my world, behind the velvet rope, and get into the groove on Jackie's Groove. Live 2 p.m. Mondays and available 24/7 on jackiesgroove.com.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page. mozeguitars.com, 619-698-1185.
Hi, this is Tim Dolbear, host of Sound Experience here on Intertalk Radio. And Source Connect by Source Element is the essential tool that we use to link between my studio in Austin, Texas, and the WS radio station in San Diego. Now, with Source Connect, not only can we communicate in real time and with HD audio, but it's synced up and is of a high enough quality that I can use it for real-time ADR work, remote recording, and overdubbing, and it even allows me to remotely control a DAW. Source Connect by Source Element, affordable, high-quality audio and video connection over the internet for all of your production needs. Hi, I'm Tim Dolbear, the host of Sound Experience on Intertalk Radio. Each week, I talk with top professional audio engineers, producers, musicians, and the manufacturers that make the tools that we use in the studio each and every day. From capturing the perfect take to mastering your final release, and the tools and how the pros use them, we are going to dive deep into their process and learn from their experience. I look forward to you joining us each week on Sound Experience with me, your host, Tim Dolbear.
Which sandwich is healthy and tasty? Which sandwich can come on bread or in a bowl? Which sandwich comes 51 different ways, so it's always your way? A which sandwich. Stop into our shop in Hazard Center. We're upstairs from the Hazard Center Digiplex. Bring in your movie ticket. We will add a free drink and chips to your sandwich order. Or order online at which.com, and we will have it ready and waiting. WHICHWICH. Which.com.